So that's way more. If you have arthritis and things like that, you can get short joints and you sort of go through it. Or if you just sort of you do that. You told me that. I'd like to know that. So, bags, objects, you're a student teenager, you wish you were to your friends, you go, hey, he's trying. And did what you were in school. Which I did, do that. Yeah, you didn't destroy me and do it. You've been nice enough. But, so now on that, it hurts. And so you deal with pain. It's a lot easier to deal with died with pain much less. And so to get on with things, I still do things as well.
Captain's log, Stardate 579.
There is pain. So, if you have damage to the joint, this is restless. If you won't do it, they can get inflamed.
After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, finally it's
that's all full of gunk, and then I'm really
the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow down. They're ready for something different. Fortunately, never stays the same.
That's actually one of the 5 causes of gout. Is
our new first officer is on the rest of Zara Riley.
2000.
No kidding. Those new blood.
There were 5 causes of gout. Your gas was super. The exact same thing. So think about that. Is it something like that? A truly flame, like a flame red in a joint? That's weird. Or is it just you overwork that joint? And maybe you just need to just eat a bit more into it. Light in your exercise to strengthen that joint out so that it's protected. And you can slip yourself and wisdom yourself.
Stay on top of it.
The experts slightly up, LDL slightly up, triglycerides down, goes down, A1C down. Are these values okay? My doctor's not. Goes up. Set. I for estimate I said we're still sort of slaves to that idea that we should now that's sort of a fiction. It was never the cause of heart disease. That was just the blame was cast on it to try to blame. So I was ready to do right here. You don't know that. You know that you need to check this out. Just like the tobacco company. And of course it was. And of course sugar is. And all this junk garbage that doesn't belong in your body. Okay, so your study says we're eating it 50,000 years ago during the United States. Yes or no? No, then don't eat it. Especially if it wasn't an earthquake 500,000 years ago during the United States. Well, they yeah, just eat it.
No problem.
So,
I'm not great with flying.
You know, I wouldn't,
but these little shuttles
you know,
are the worst.
Eat anything that's biology.
They're not starving, which sure is the worst.
Ask 50 jaguars what they ate last year.
And you're here to talk about it.
Just look at what
I'm
jaguars
close.
eat. You know, you don't need a study
That's
to tell you that. You need
good.
like an experimental data set that you just need to look at the jaguar. See, you know, something else? Do they get sick? Yes, they do. Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the rest of it.
And
So am I.
that's why you need to know. But yeah, no, you're right. So total cholesterol is associated with
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour.
high cholesterol.
She's every officer I knew she could become. She was a cadet at Starfleet Academy. She'll be the expert that she just needs.
Right. That's the way it makes it. Because diabetes increases your risk of percent. It's been diabetes and blood pressure that increases it again by 600%. Right? And so even if you had like SDL, that's what you're doing. Because you have high age triglyceride. And even if you it's 70%. Right? What we're talking about here, you get rid of
Okay, good. So far.
That's risk. You know what? Same things that reduce diet, get rid of diabetes, metabolic syndrome, also get rid of the SDLEO. There's some people out there that are just lying and saying that patients, raise their SDLEO, blood sugar goes up, shit. Anyway, since that just calls them higher, they are absolutely. It's just people trying to spread misinformation. Just see it right here in your bloods. 46 days, then you have exactly the opposite of what these things like. They're saying, oh, you should still do an animal-based diet, you want to eat them. And geez, this is whatever. There's no reaching out there. It's nonsense. You're just bad. Anytime you see that, because that's really dangerous misinformation. It's just total lie. I absolutely don't believe a single person that's those guys say, all my patients, they 100% of them get, 100% of my 100% of my patients get nutritional deficiencies and diabetes and their SDL so shit. Anybody who says that is a liar, they'll say that's their face in public. They are a liar and asshole. Trying to spread this information that hurts people. And it's that's total shit. Direction. I think it's beneficial. But it's eating a physiological plans of eating, which was your so you watch my video on the truth about cholesterol and heart disease. I go into a lot of this. Watch Dr. Paul Mason's videos on saturated fat and cholesterol and heart disease and all these sorts of things. Who is it? Oh gosh, why can't I remember his name? Malcolm Kendrick, Dr. Malcolm Kendrick from the UK. Wrote a book called The Plot Thickets. All this stuff out. It's total crap. Dr. Seaman.
Okay, good.
It's garbage. It's absolute garbage.
R1 and L1 are for the tricorder.
Your doctor, obviously well-meaning, wants
L2 and R2 are for the phaser. So you could conceivably use combine using tricorders and phasers for special techniques, I guess, or something like that. Anyway.
You take what's right for you. When you talk to your doctor and he makes a case that's convincing to you and you say, like, okay, I think this is going to benefit me.
Oh, good. The crouch button is assigned to R3. That will be handy. Looks like there's no melee abilities.
Definitely don't take it. That is not a good idea. Okay, let me see here. Sorry. I saw most of it. Thank you.
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the academy.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvallion test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Guitars 5. Anyway, I finished in the top 20. Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy. So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough. But you know, I set my mind to it, and it paid off.
Oh yeah, we did. Right here. I think it was.
Please place your hand here.
Dr. Chafee.
Hold it there for a few seconds.
19 now, so when the holidays came around, I fell off for about 5 months and gained a lot of weight. How do I get back on a carnivore diet and stop splurging?
Welcome to Mother Rider. Wait, you're Jara Ryder? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
That's really powerful.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry, I didn't realize before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground.
The pleasure's mine. Sent in
Paul Calloway.
good to meet you.
I believe Commander Ermont is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
See you on the Resurgence.
Fitness level is much better. I'm never out of shape. I don't have to work out.
Yeah.
Starve myself to be miserable, to be in shape and to have an athletic physique. That's just natural. It's just what you do. So, just think about all the benefits that you had. Think about how that went away.
Good day, Commander.
Is a bully.
Okay.
Someone straight.
Think about how that made you feel. Think about how physically it felt. You have to keep staring.
Starbase has 4 dots.
It's not an issue. Whatever, whatever sort of negative, mindful, negative.
I'll replicate myself in meals on my food.
Yeah, and so, I don't
Excuse me.
like that. So then hop right back. So it's always important to get right back on the course. Alright? So it's fine. You're not kicked off the team.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy. I'm Commander Young.
Jump right back on.
Operations Officer.
It'll get easier and easier as you get back on the side, and it'll happen less and less frequently.
Commander.
And it'll just improve more and it'll get easier and easier.
I wasn't too much trouble.
So you don't have to, like, I go out.
Storm isn't making anything easy. I know conditions are less than ideal.
It was perfectly fine. No trouble at all.
I'm glad to.
It's years, I stopped drinking rugby season when I was 21. And
It's great for you, but to come fill us those nights.
I used to, I was still going out with my team, I was still going out with my friends, I still had a great time.
We're lucky you were victims. Come.
It's easy to do, you just have to get used to it.
Too hard.
And then you get those situations, those issues. So,
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the academy. Received the Starfleet Award of Valor for Magazine. Recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS Endeavour.
You've done your homework.
Like I said,
So set the stage.
USS Resurgence. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, and she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago, nearly trapped in venting plasma fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
The equipment malfunctioned. Accident suggests fault. It was a planned test, but the warp has pushed beyond its limits. They destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We felt we could reach a higher resonant frequency. It is more than she could handle. Cost us our first officer and 22 of our crew. At the end of the day, we're responsible for each other. That's what it means to be.
I can't even begin to imagine what that must have been like for you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
For a decade now. keto first.
It does weigh heavy.
And
There are some things you can't
but
forget.
he just said, look, I'm gonna
It's
I'm
been
gonna
6
run
months.
5 marathons.
What's the attitude among the crewmen?
So he went
On 7.
he ate Sunday
But I
night,
hope that a new mission
and
will
Sunday,
come forward.
and then ran a marathon Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. He ran 6
Listen, I realize you've known Captain Solano for quite some time.
He wasn't even really hungry.
And I'm sure you're ready to bring your best.
Sort of had,
But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, those who felt it was a mistake, they should have promoted you.
faster you're in ketosis,
But you might want to tread lightly first,
you will run when your body's fat.
until they come to value your contributions.
Thank you. It's good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
In a ketogenic state.
Starfleet is assigned as a high-priority mission at Hotar.
Also, the food you ate yesterday, you're running on energy from the food you ate 2 weeks ago. So, you're fine. You're not going to have any issue. So, you go on this and you just do a lot of high-fat meat, you're going to be great. Professor Tim Noakes has actually showed this in human crossover trials and athletes for distance, endurance,
The captain briefed you on board. Always eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. Still so much to do.
Blood sugar, glycogen, the ketones that you need. In fact, now we're running ketones, it's even better. But with the added benefit that you never have to refuel, refeed, run out of glycogen, you're done. Right? You have to keep sucking in sugar. Right? Not the case. The other question is,
Just think.
previously, the cycles in Europe, which I didn't know the answer for, but I suspected it, but now it's confirmed that even about glycogen fueling, you can suck down sugar bar and that gets your blood sugar back really quickly.
Interesting.
How fast is that? Can you do that faster or is it slower from that? You can recover right away when you just yes. When you're in ketogenic metabolism, you make glycogen faster from your fat and you get ready for it. First and foremost, you have to drink this stuff, you have to digest it, you have to absorb it. That takes time. Right? But also the first takes time. That actually takes time. Then and professor of biochemistry and biochemistry lab at UCLA hired
Okay.
actually there's less chemical steps ketones fat into glycogen. But it's also digest.
Good.
So if you're doing that, you really wanted and just like squeezing eggs. But now, grass-fed beef, would you like so if you need to repeat, that's
Good. The lower decks.
So
This is an interesting game so far.
So check it out. Yeah.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to reveal.
Okay, so
You're not a bonus. That's it. The boss wants us down to engineering.
I don't think it's necessary. I think that's not things. And if you're just eating more and more, I don't think that's, there's they have studies showing like, it's better to just not eat, just eat more.
Come on.
Just not eating this, but then you first time eating this is the thing.
Harder Diaz.
Just it's just the same test.
So clean I can see myself.
And so
And you know what? Not half bad.
I think that it's not something that you need to do. I think the law regulars they don't get to eat every day.
Hurry up.
Actually, the scare I have a cliff, ice cream cliff, crash and burn. We have the year. In fact, in a lot of cases, especially during the megafauna, we have the and so I don't think necessarily too fast.
Don't 34B gives you access to the cube
That's a certain point. Yourself, but you go.
Wait, there's a crawl space there. Jeffrey's tubes, they call it.
I can handle that, but I don't think
Engineer.
I heard the new Echo just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovok called it down for is something good. I can never tell him. I'd rather not end up gouging flats on manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me sleepy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positive and contagious.
basis amount. But yeah, other than that, just be happy.
Like we've here before.
Yeah, I just sort of.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz. I was beginning to think you would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you. I have been forced to make the Petty Officer Ed Solar on repeated occasions. Apologies for the delay. I do not want your apologies. Simply see to it that it does not happen again.
And so, yes, definitely.
So, I don't suppose you wanted us down here to check in before we go off duty?
And especially if you like the organs.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. This ship must be ready to depart shortly. Despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Whatever it throws at us, we'll be ready. That's the chief engineer in the fleet.
I am a Vulcan, Mr. Diaz. Flattery is not necessary. All that I require is that you do your job. Right now, that entails critical preparation, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotards. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes, Commander.
Hypervitamin
What's up?
copper, that sort of artificial metals that are going to come in them. But other than that, yeah, you do great. Low carb, low drama. Thank you very much for the super chat.
All hands on deck.
I love your podcast. It's spelled over.
This ship isn't ready to go out.
So it's spelled over integration.
So there's every Jew and they're
Verification work.
It all comes down to us.
Okay. And
We're
she'll
the
do for
ones
the
who get
PhD.
I know we can do.
It's
This isn't just any old switch or any relaunch.
Oh, excuse me.
solid she's going to be there. And so
A lot of new faces coming on board.
she's great. She's absolutely fantastic. So
It's gotta be tough coming in from
and Scarborough. They're both in that for the first half of that, and she had to bounce off.
It may not be the same thing I
Get
started
back
with.
to work. So
There's still stuff.
that's where I don't know.
We'll know what to do when the time comes.
I prefer the
You know,
scientific
she's
method.
doing great.
Evidence over assumptions.
So yeah, so people want to see Isabel Cooper. That's on Andrew Scarborough. I should say
So there's no space I didn't expect to see again. Hey, Miranda,
you weren't going to leave without me, were you?
Miranda,
Yeah.
you're here?
We thought you were staying on that Miranda.
Transfer came in at the last minute, so figured I'd fill in on this bucket of bullets. Looks like we got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Master Anthrop, thank you for the super chat. My mom has chronic
I'm
esophagitis.
gonna take the high road here.
Say that. Doctor.
He's a better diplomat than I am.
But
He's still with me about this, right?
now, basically,
Don't think I forgot.
somehow things.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can wrap up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome.
And,
As soon as we wrap up this quick little
but yeah, it's not really working, so maybe it's something else. The high insulin increases the acid output of your stomach, so you actually get gastritis, you get reflux, you get irritation from excessive amounts of acidity from the high insulin. So going on a ketogenic diet that lowers your insulin down to a normal level, and your stomach pH goes to a normal level as well. So and it also just reduces inflammation in general.
Here, let me see.
Thanks.
And,
So what's the word? Are you back at security rotation?
Yep. Still running the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
And so I think that's
See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic pole.
so PPI certainly.
Excellent.
Steve Large, I think that's checking thing is Steve Large. So for the Hall of Fame receiver for the Seahawks was awesome.
Excellent.
Based on being so that's it. That's what just places. There's sort of stuff that maybe so special. What else is
Captain Solano should be here momentarily.
Chat looks like your question is down here. 2 months strict okay, judging by stools, cannot lose weight.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about cobalt. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of iridium to keep your cell structure stabilized. Bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of iridium at sickbay, so there's no risk of running.
Thank you.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
Try that twice.
And help yourself eat whatever you like from the recipe.
Until it stops tasting good. So when you enjoy it, but don't stop if you're still enjoying it. Same goes for you. You just eat fatty meat until it stops tasting good. And you can add in exercise. You need to improve your stress levels. You can improve sleep as well. You can really derange your hormones and your blood sugar by not getting enough sleep, having stress levels that both jack up your cortisol and can mess you up. So if you get about 4 hours of sleep a night on average for 7 nights in a row, you can actually give yourself pre-diabetes.
Just a sip of something.
Yeah, you're going to have a difficult time shifting your weight when you do that. But getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep,
Decisions.
Tea.
and that's lower than cortisol. So it's very important. So you do the diet right. So that sounds all great. Make sure you're eating enough so that you're not limiting so much.
That's lovely.
Onto this, that your body's getting, and try exercise. The thing is to wait here. We're trying to
Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible. Burning of ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resurgence. That is, to provide you with a warm welcome. The arrival of the first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare. But, unfortunately, I had a handful of refit.
That would be
So that's
totally unnecessary.
with weights.
I don't need any pump and circus.
Get healthier.
You've been here for 5 minutes and already you're trying to make us more efficient.
You also reduce stress. You reduce
I like it.
You do long jogs. Long
Sure you've heard. We've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage.
Good luck with
But
that.
not nearly as much as the crew.
And get your wife to eat more.
I heard that you had an equipment malfunction.
Is that what they're calling it? No,
Two
someone just if anything,
B6.
it was a leadership malfunction.
We
We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough.
B6.
A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teratons per second. The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer, faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career? Right there. That's your ass.
Cut something out.
So horrible.
No, look, it just takes time.
We pushed her too hard. A warp core malfunction overloaded the system, giving a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship could handle.
That's and more the side of things.
We lost some of
Usually
the
from
best
that
people.
level, it probably would be a good idea to get an injection just to.
As captain, I have to take full responsibility.
I would.
It was my decision to make,
And then you should be able to.
and I have to live with the consequences.
You add in some liver, things like that. That will come up.
You have to look to the future.
Day, and that should
You
come
can't
up.
dwell on the past, on things you can't change.
Injection.
Nothing can be done about it.
Injection.
In my defense, I will say I've avoided the whole ordeal. Senior Chad will trust me. There was a lot of pushback on the boomerang, so
You know, just think that.
I don't want to pull it. Certainly not on my
Certainly do this with just.
Once we decide a course of action, I need everyone fully commit to the mission.
The environment is pretty good.
Anything short of that, just and that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
We're good. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Maybe just get a B12
At
shot.
the end of the day, it has to be my
And check
fault.
your B12 again.
Look,
because people have
I'll be blunt.
immune issues like clinicians.
We can't afford another mistake.
Absorption issues.
Or at least
I
I
just can't.
I feel like my career is hanging in the balance.
So you need to make sure that
We need to
you're not
win.
in that category because you may
Something to store the crew's
that
confidence.
further.
I understand.
B12 if you're just positive stuff.
Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority, escorting a senior diplomat to Atari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
My father has
So it's a peacekeeping mission.
I see it as a golden opportunity to not only prove that Resolute and her crew are truly capable, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggested several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. Totally anomalous, what we've seen before. I'll never guess where it leads.
Atari.
Exactly. Very near the precise location where we're headed. I imagine the appearance will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details of the project.
That's huge.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
And
That I don't know. Starfleet hasn't said. But I don't want to get
I
ahead.
think there are actually studies.
I expect you'll have some rough sledding when we arrive. Need you to prepare the crew.
I certainly see people.
There's just one more thing I want to clarify.
That was just it.
The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
But I've certainly seen people.
If after serving as my first officer, you don't one day find yourself a ship of
I
war,
definitely think that's a good idea.
then I
should just
consider it my first failure.
which is a good thing.
What might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Dusky,
It's been a dream of mine since before I can remember.
best.
So I would be honored to become a captain someday.
As long as you're willing to do the work, you have my promise. I'll do everything in my power to see that it happens.
Thank you.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
But you make others file them. And so, you know, I would look to your to your preference really. And so I think that's fine. I don't think it's too. My taste rent to things less and less. Just on the outside than on the inside. Whatever your preference is, I don't think it makes enough of a difference that we need to say that you have to do it this way. I don't think we're quite there yet. So just go get it like the best. So Ken, thank you for the super chat. I'll be 80 in June and have been for the past 4 months. That's awesome. Lost 30 pounds. Awesome. My latest lap should my blood cell count was 9. Last year's 6. Anything I could do too crazy shouldn't be concerned. So, if there's a concern, you have some sort of infection or some sort of medications that may influence this, you talk to your doctor. But realistically, you just keep an eye on that. But if you're not unwell, if you don't have any specific issues, you just get more data. So you check it again. Anytime you get an aberration in your blood work, you have to ask, is this a lab error? So I just have to look exposure. That can change your white cells. Your white cells come back depending on your exposure to infections or other things. And so just check it again. If you're unwell, if there's some sort of symptom that you can talk to your doctor about, they might be able to match some of that symptom to your blood count. It's just the blood count.
Everyone?
You don't know about it too much. You treat patients, you don't treat blood tests for the most part. Sometimes you're like, that's okay. Because you can sometimes address something that actually makes you feel better than you didn't even realize there's much of a problem. But, like low B12, crazy low B12, you give them an injection, they're like, people tell me all the time, it was just like, they were like, yeah, I was driving home and all of a sudden like my brain turned on. It was just incredible. So, that can make a difference. You just get used to feeling like crud. But I would just check your bloods again in a couple of weeks and see what happens. And it's still running low. You can just chat to your doctor about it. That can be something like carnivore. Carnivore is not going to cause you to suppress your immune system anyway, and it will actually just improve your immune system, just make things run better. So I would just get another data point and just see what's going on. The likelihood is it will just go away. I was saying hello, just got here, do a quick break between clients. Well, thank you for saying hi, thanks for hopping in. All right, I'm going to have to go and, oh God, I'm not going to be able to get to all of these guys. I'm really sorry. I'm probably going to have to sort of try to address these next time, but I'll do a couple more anyway. Sharon Thurman, thank you for the super chat. Hypercal tests show no sign of osteoporosis, kidney stones, but doctor concerned for my parathyroid being 90% carnivore, can it help with hypercalcemia? Well, it depends. So again, like with the Potter's cats thing, just eating a certain way, your body's going to metabolize these different sorts of minerals and processes in your body differently and better. So, you should get things like your parathyroid checked. There can be other things going on, but I think carnivore is a good idea in every situation. Whether or not it fixes your parathyroid, it will help other things. So you could have a problem with your parathyroid glands that are causing problems that your doctor may.
Okay.
If I could have your attention for a moment. I'd like to introduce Commander John Rydell, new first officer. Quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Handar, helmsman, best in business. He lacks in humility, more than makes up for in ability. Pleasure to meet you, Commander. Next, we have Commander Westbrook, the Chief Science Officer. Come rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis. Pleasure.
Commander Ryder, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our tactical officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian. Been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time, and I look forward to learning as much as I can from you. If anything, the honor is mine. Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I followed your career is because you're cartoonish, because of what you've overcome. It stands up for people who can't defend themselves.
Then just give them a true mistake and see how it goes.
Since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it.
That was all here. You've eliminated the choking risks.
So, you've been something of an inspiration to me.
Sort of end on this
Not that I've done anything close to what you've done.
You really do know a thing about that.
I'm glad I could
Lucy feels
inspire you. But it's important to chart your own. Thanks. You can count on it.
Yes, I have, but it's not.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. They drag your feet any longer, we take our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
Viable, and can still do his job perfectly, but much more pressure. And you can't mess around anymore. Because you can't. And so that's what the guy is most important. So yes, we can absolutely parts that would score them and
Activity station. Hopefully, a diplomatic mission will require the use of weapons in it. If it comes to it, just be ready.
the first time that's
Communication keeps us in contact internally with other vessels.
very sorry I have to leave it there just because my conference call is still. So I'm gonna have to run.
Full crew are now my responsibility.
Next week in 2 days, maybe till later in the day might be a more friendly time, but I may have to cancel it altogether because I have some appointments that morning that I can't. So that's going to be the case this time. If I'm able to move it to a different time,
Science station. The Resurgence is a science vessel primarily.
do that. If not,
And it's just what's the attitude.
this weekend,
I'll have
Have to speak with him later.
that see you there. A great time last year was a great conference. And I'm looking forward to that again too. And we'll see you all there for those that
Operations.
staffing, supplies.
There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Irma. Turbolift could take me anywhere on the ship, but I'm right where I need to be. The first officer. My seat. Right now, though, I need to fill in Captain's concern.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go ahead.
Permission granted.
Load the structural integrity field. Now.
Enter. Condition. The storm's getting worse.
Looks like we turned off the city.
Great. That's that emitter. Every time we're out here, I expect to hear it beats again.
Still got some scars on. Today's character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this is exactly how I pictured it.
Oh, outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of machinery.
Don't you want more than that? I mean,
Starfleet is noble and all,
but it's still a
it's a
machine.
machine.
A
Massive
machine.
machine.
What are you complaining about? We got the best house out here. You wanted to get away. I've been listening to this. I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere. See the worlds. Look up at the sky and observe sea. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner to the Jeffries today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be. Diaz to Commander Chobot. We are at the Citadel.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Getting recalibration. Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Commander Westbrook, right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer. I'm curious, though, Koblion, or half in your case, is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition in it. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what happened then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
That's very kind of you to be concerned about my well-being. But you don't need to trouble yourself on my account. I'll be fine.
Well, I wouldn't say I was concerned. Just curious, that's all. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew, and he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
I don't think I could ever replace Commander Sutherland. And it would be a mistake to even try.
Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound on screen.
Tracing its trajectory, star-based docking plans are holding. The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wide-band burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami. I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Red alert!
Aye. Evacuating the gangway and retracting. Putting sensor visualization on screen. With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit. Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection. I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of this storm with the deflected pulse.
There's a better way.
Sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shield. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat, so we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shield. Petrosian, get those shields up. Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a headache. We've only got one shot. Understood. On my command.
Heading locked.
Raise shields.
We experienced a surge in radiation.
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Just tell us we need it.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
We've reached the first access point.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
DS to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter. What if the discharge is coalesced?
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
So we gotta climb up the pylon. Not really an up, but you know.
We're almost to the ring.
We're at the regular. Opening the access panel.
Now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Gas manifold adjusters reset to neutral. EPS lines from the warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold knowledge will still be. Got a lot of debris coming down. All the vibrations, too. Can't reach the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship and that other thing will whole be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency. It's not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resident, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. Damage to the station will be catastrophic.
The docking clamp is in function. We're exploring our options.
Objective is to detonate the emergency release.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the documents and propel the engineering right off the hull into the storm.
Captain Solano, put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bulbs on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
Yara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
The captain made himself quite clear. They're going to get hammered if we go out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip polarity to disengage the plants.
Yes, Commander.
Captain John Wright. Be advised, we are going to reverse polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate yourself on my mark.
Understood.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark! 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark!
Grab my hand. I got it.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it. I got you. Petty Officer Henselar's hurt unconscious. I'm gonna have to jump back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc to approach the main hull the way you came.
Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There's an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Roger that. Going in now. I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
You go first.
What?
Let me save yours this time. Don't try to fight me on this. Get in there.
Not on your life.
Let's not pretend that. We made it.
They're safe, bringing the Sith fully online.
Do it.
Do it. Millie.
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
Help me
Help
with
me with
him.
him.
Let's
Let's get this off. Medical. Got one wounded at my location.
Carter. You
You
don't
don't look so good.
You
You
gotta be more careful.
careful.
I
I just got here.
I'm not
I'm
ready,
not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet.
Now
Now
let's
let's
get
get
you
you
down
down
to
to
sick
sick
bay.
bay.
Great.
Status report.
The
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIP is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ramot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolution. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station. Good to hear.
Send
Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydick, with me.
You
You disobeyed my orders. Well,
I'm sorry for that, Captain. I
you
did what I thought was
disobeyed my orders. Not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chobak has already bit my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chobak is more complicated than he would want to admit.
I guess
Yes, we all are. And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment.
You never
I
really
know
know
if you weren't in those shoes.
So,
So, just boil it down to
you
did what you had to.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet. So you'll let your knock out the final details, outstanding repairs, and we'll set out.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This
This
is
is
my
my
favorite moment right
right
now.
now.
The start of the mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate sells as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit,
Sit everyone.
You
You all know,
I'm
not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit.
Let's
Let's make it a good one.
Disengage
Docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters
Thrusters
ahead.
ahead. Let's do it. Set a course for the Motors. Prepare to go to Big Bay. Hi, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Engage.
Excellent.
Simple,
But effective.
Easy. Thank you. I'm fine. Really. You don't look so good. I have to get to sick bay.
go. Well, that was quite a scare.
A few
A few minutes more, and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm didn't really numb him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your iridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
This is definitely one of the more memorable first days I can think of.
My name is Dr. Aram Duval, Chief Medical Officer. To be honest, I've never met a Koviar before.
You're rare. I know.
I was going to say special.
Okay. Intriguing.
People's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the iridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliat, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. When the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind, which is never a good headspace in the lives of his crew. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. A major innovation. Something he can put his name on. The more the time passes and the further out it gets, the more risks he'll be willing to take.
I think after what happened, Captain Solano's learned his lesson. And whatever ambition he once had is on hold for a while.
He may say that, but we'll see what happens. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy direct order.
I guess word travels fast around here.
It's bullshit. And everyone's curious. For keeping yourself structures almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us the lecture. I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular fusions of iridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
And my work here is done.
Lieutenant Bedrosian, I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening. I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am. You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back. Thank you.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn were quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. Just a combination of vironal and electrazine to counter the radiation. That should help speed your healing. Be brief.
It's good to see you awake again. I was starting to get worried. Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a show.
I hear you've been checking in on me. Thanks for that.
One of the benefits of working in a security station. Lots of opportunities to walk by sick bay.
Stop in. Millie was looking in on you
Too, buddy.
But
Since it's just us now, I had a chance to think about this while I was away.
and I thought it was important
that I just
come out and
tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it.
or worse.
It's okay, Randy. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk. What I'm trying to say is, We've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore him. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So,
Do you want to find out what that something is?
if it's there for you,
And
and it's there for me,
why
why
not
not
give
give
it
it
a
a
try?
try?
Are you kidding me? I just said yes.
I wanted to be sure I agree.
Sorry.
Patient needs to rest. He wants to get back to his old state.
Of
Of
course.
course.
I'll
See you again soon.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside of car space. Helm, bring us out of warp. Dropping the impulse.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
We can take it.
We are the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Ryder, find us our diplomat.
Aye, Captain. Let's reduce the noise. Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's left for Federation signal pipes. I've located the shuttle. Opening comms.
On screen.
Shuttle to Resolute. Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lock maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer. Won't get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
Power up the tractor beam. We'll pull them directly into the docking bay.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Come on, Diaz. First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation. We're pulling in debris.
Come on.
Oh, no.
That's gonna take the shuttle. Here's the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it? I believe so.
Commander Ryder, plot an intercept course.
On it. Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17, 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Got it. Oh, someone's working hard on the bridge. Got the sheriff craft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Terra firma, so to speak. So to speak.
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, we'll wait for her here.
Wow. Let me be the first to say, welcome to the resident ambassador.
Thank you, Petty Officer
Carter? Carter Diaz. Sir.
I am pleased to meet you, Petty Officer Carter Diaz. It appears I have you to thank for my safe arrival. Your assistance arrived not a moment too soon, if I may say so.
It wasn't all. I got some help from upstairs.
A bombastic approach to clear free. We thought we were prepared for our arrival. Charles fixed. But it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
Storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuver thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable. So we attempted a short reversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted our system. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigations called for.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical, Petty CTX. Thank you.
Ambassador Spock.
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. Get behind. Ambassador Spock, my senior staff. It's not every day that a captain gets to welcome a Starfleet legend.
You flattered me, Captain Sloan. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you stuck in the past. You're right, Ambassador. Most diplomatic choice of words.
We're all curious about the future, Ambassador. Specifically, what exactly are we getting involved in here?
We got the basics, Starfleet. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
Indeed. And the tension between them grows fiercer by the hour. Olivia and Totari. The Lydians are a more advanced species. They first contacted the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tom, the Hotari moon. It is rich in dilithium. For decades, the Hotari and the Lydians have shared a mining operation there. The Lydians provide the technological resources, and the Hotari serve as the labor force. The stability of that arrangement was a source of their peace, until recently. The Hotari have suddenly, forcefully seized control of the mining operations and expelled the Lydians from the system. That is the official story, as told by the Hotari, when they requested Federation aviation. The details were kept. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
How is it the Hotari were able to turn the tables and take the mines against superior forces, especially after decades in this arrangement?
Unclear. The answer to that question may be the key to a lasting peace, one that I hope we can uncover during these negotiations. But it is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would stand a chance against the Lydian fleet if this escalates to open war. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs the balance.
Clearly, the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is a more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the money. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing. Peace is our objective, after all.
That is correct.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but at the end of the day, the Hotari are still being exploited for their own resources.
True peace is not merely the absence of war. And as such, this conflict will surely come again.
Neither the Lydians or the Hotari are members of the Federation. We can't make them do anything.
There is an additional complicating factor. In the past, the Federation has relied on the Lydians as a source of dilithium.
That certainly changes things. Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Yeah, and this is one of them. So we've already played a part in this.
Unfortunately, that is deemed to be the case, Commander Wright.
We're morally obligated to make this right.
Hold on. Our only obligation is to negotiate the peaceful resolution of this conflict.
Given the Federation's involvement in the Lydian dilithium, trade. Captain Sloan must make every effort to appear neutral in these negotiations.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come to that.
Considering what the ion storm has done to our ship and the ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Lydian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around Hotari systems have been noted in the past.
That may answer why the Hotari were able to strike back after so long. They finally had an opportunity and they took it. That would also explain Lydia's restraint.
We reason to learn as much about the energy anomalies as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught at a disadvantage of our own.
So I trust we understand our circumstances. We're operating on a strict timetable here. We're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone. Hi, Captain. Thank you all. Dismissed. I want to speak further privately. Ambassador Spock, I'd like to make a formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Ryder. Commander, as you are, but someone in an unofficial capacity, first officer, for example, would not be bound by those restrictions. Commander Ryder could ingratiate himself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information that could lead to a resolution. She certainly goes her own way. That helps in this case.
I'm honored to be included in the negotiation process.
You're not just included, you are instrumental. Well, I hope Commander Ryder... We'll have luck finding out what really happened, and we will. The fate of the negotiations begins. The prospect of peace will very well depend on it.
Mr. Diaz, I understand you have already discussed the warp drive failure with Ambassador Spock?
I have.
It is imperative that the Ambassador's shuttle be flight ready. I need you both to ascertain the root cause of the system failures he encountered.
I'm surprised, Commander. I thought you would have wanted to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle yourself.
I respect the Ambassador and his many accomplishments, but I do not derive any satisfaction from interacting with his shuttle as if it were somehow transubstantiated through its association with him, especially when I have the entirety of his starship to concern myself with. I am not the chief engineer of his shuttle.
The Ambassador asked me to take a look. I'm ready to crack this thing open.
Good. You could learn from Mr. Diaz's focus.
I'll take notes.
Then I will leave you to it. Make note of any abnormalities in your report. Carry on.
It seems like... He's warming up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Chobot has to look at that face and know you've earned some real respect. And I have to admit that I owe you one. You were right to make me go first. I don't know what I was thinking.
You put me out of trouble how many times? All of you.
Okay. At the very least, maybe I can track down that bottle of Sorry and Brandy you're still on the hook for. But first, we have work to do.
Ready to go?
All set. Let's run the diagnostic. So, I know about your talk with Miranda.
You do?
She sent me a priority 1 dispatch right after your conversation. I'm happy for you. Both of you.
Thanks.
But I'm only going to tell you this once. Don't screw this up. Because I would be very unhappy if you tried this out and then, I don't know, 6 weeks or 6 days later I have to start splitting holidays between the two of you? All because things went south and you're not on speaking terms. That just isn't going to work for me.
That's not gonna happen, okay? And why are you even going there? We haven't even gone on a date yet.
I just want you to know where I stand. I like my friends and I like our group. I don't want to miss that. Is that thing done?
Yeah, it's wrapping up. Let's see. The relays along the primary EPS are blown. Backup relays are all intact.
An EPS overload from the warp drive caused that. But how did the shuttle end up dead in the water?
Well, maybe the ship's data recorder can say something. Here.
They were only about 8 minutes from the plotted warp point. No faults, just those warnings. What are they?
The warp field became inverted suddenly.
I've seen this happen when the center warp coil cracks.
Cracked warp coil throws a fault code.
Still, we should take a look.
Subspace variance out of tolerance. What does that mean?
It means the main navigation array lost sight of space somehow.
Will the array going offline cause that?
Yes, but it should have also thrown a fault code.
There was a complete warp cascade failure.
Wow. They're lucky the shuttle didn't turn inside out.
Makes me think the computer panicked on the warp field equation.
Any one of these failures should have thrown a fault.
If it was caused by a system failure.
None of this caused the relays to blow. Roll forward to when it happened.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, they take a moment to get their bearings and they attempt to re-engage the warp drive.
There. That's the relays blowing.
And look, there's another warp system alert.
All the same. Subspace variance out of tolerance, warp inversions. Finally, there's a complete warp cascade failure.
Then it's one of two things. Either a warp coil or the navigation array is offline.
That makes sense.
Divide and conquer. You want to check the warp coils or the navigation array? I'll check the other. Let's not overcomplicate this. One of these systems is likely broken.
I'll check the nacelles for a cracked coil.
I checked every coil on the port itself for imbalances. If any coil in either engine were cracked, I would have detected it. So, it must be the navigation array.
Except it's not. Check and double check.
Well, the readings don't lie.
Here comes the security detail for the way team. Hey. I'm not here.
We're escorting the negotiating team to the surface as soon as they come down from the bridge. I don't want to interrupt some important work. I was just hoping to see you before I go. The captain and the others will be here in a minute now. Should be an interesting ride down to the surface.
Come on, I'm never too busy to make time for you.
That's not true.
No. But I am glad you came by.
Now that's more accurate.
I gotta be precise with you, huh? Hey, Varys. These those blood pressures you're always singing out?
And you're the phaser jockey we always beat in Parisi's wears, right?
All aboard for Hotari!
That is another one of the captain's railroad things.
Gotta be. I just usually zone out by the time he gets to the whole steam engines where warp drives their day part. Catch y'all later.
You don't want to miss your train.
I do have to go. Not gonna lie. I'd rather not right now. That was nice.
Yeah, it was.
Save some for when I get back.
Got a deal.
Be seeing you.
Okay.
It's a lot to be on. If you can fall back down to reality, we still have a ways to go. Alright, where were we?
So the warp coils in the navigation array are fine, but the nav computer doesn't seem to think so.
I'm out of ideas short of field stripping the ship from bow to stern.
You wanna take this out of the shuttle and throw it on the bench?
Oh, real handmade. I like it. Okay, the nav computer is attached into the ship.
The ship's computer can double-check our work. If the shuttle's nav computer is putting out false data, we'll know it.
Let's run through the shuttle clock again.
Running now. Damn.
Okay. I'm gonna end the stream for now.